So you want to dog sit. Here is the reality of if you become a dog sitter, how it will go. Mind you, none of these are my dogs except for this one, and that one right there. The rest are not my dogs. We have 9 right now, not including my 3, which is 12. So I will let you know how to do it, how to get started. Oscar, you gonna help me out? So how I got started was on rover.com. It's a dog sitting app where you can find sitters for your dogs, or sitters can find dogs for their sits. And that's how I found almost all of these dogs. And that's a good place to start, rover.com. There's also wag.com that we thought about using. It's an app for that, but you have to get a referral from people, and I didn't want to bother people. It's like hunt people down and ask. So with Rover, you don't need a referral. You just need a background check, I think, and that's it. There's also care.com that does dog sitting and nannying, of course, but I couldn't figure it out for what was working on for me. So that is how I started. From there, I would message the dog clients and set up a meet and greet and have them come to our property alone, like just them and the dog and not my dogs, and show them the yard. When I show them the yard, they ask their questions. I mentioned that our fence is 2 feet tall. I have a whole spiel I go through now since I've been doing it for a year, but you'll find what works for you too. So you do a meet and greet, and they ask you any questions they have. I recommend they take their dogs off the leash so the little dog can run around and see what the dog thinks and see what the owners think. He wants me to pet him. From there, we go over the dates and anything else they have, and they can book through Rover, which Rover recommends because they have insurance, or you can get their number directly there and then book through them and have them pay you directly. We have Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, all the things. I set them all up for that. The thing about Rover is they don't want you to poach people. Like, they don't want you to book away from the app because they get a cut. They get about 10% or something. It might be higher. But if there's someone that books for me and it's like $48, I only get 40. Not only, but I get 40. They take about $8 or $9 out. That's actually my rate right now is 40. We started at 30 a day and then went up to 35. We're at 35 for a long time. So we started at 30 and went up, and now we feel like 40 a day works. A lot of the dog sitters in the area charge like 60 a night, 70 a night. So we thought that was a pretty good rate, and if you get 5 dogs, that's a pretty good daily rate for us. Of course, the more dogs you get, the more money you earn, of course, and also the more chaos it is, as you can see. So that's something to keep in mind if you want to do that. When we have more than 6 dogs, I usually get some help. So we have my mother-in-law or friends come and we pay them. We pay them about $15 an hour. We want to make sure it's like worth their while too. And then they're here to help feed the dogs and take them out so I can like do laundry or stuff, or we can do it together. If there's more than 6 or 7 dogs, it gets a little chaotic, and then you kind of go a little crazy by yourself. So you need someone for moral support. My husband is also here. He lives here. He's helped me with the business a little bit, but he's doing stuff too. And I think having him in the house while I do this is better than being alone. Like right now I have the house to myself, and oh, there's another guy over there. I could feel the craziness setting in. A day in the life for us is... we'll wake up and take all the dogs out. And we tell this to the dog owners too, when they have the meet and greets. But if dogs sleep in crates overnight, we have them bring their crates and we'll put them in a room where like usually this room that's farther away from our bedroom, so we can sleep in case they bark. There's also little crates back there. Thank you, Loki. Those are 2 crates. That's a pile of folded and clean blankets that fell over. Oh, Loki has found the bed. Good boy, Loki. It's like a little side quest. And if they sleep in bed, then they'll sleep in bed with us. That can get a little stressful and chaotic. Heads up. So if they have a bed they're comfortable with and they're comfortable sleeping in their bed without you, like their own bed, then you can do that. And that's a little easier on you. Or you can just sit in a sea of dogs, and that's fun for a few nights. And that's what we do. And we kind of try to keep it what the parents are used to, what the dogs used to, so it's least amount of stressful for them. So a day in the life is we wake up, I take them all out right away, and then I get all their food ready, and I feed them in different rooms so there's no food aggression. I feed one dog in here, there's a gate there, I feed them in the bedroom, the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom, different rooms, close it off. Then I feed them, I have a little cabinet where I store all their food, and sometimes I was labeling it and being really organized with it, but I haven't been lately. And I try to take the dogs out every 2 hours. Even though I work from home, and even though a lot of dogs might not necessarily need to go out that much, it just helps because even though our house has some space, there's a lot more space outside. And I think they enjoy that space. If it rains, or if it's like snowy or not a good day outside, or it's too hot, then we're in here a lot of the days. What do you think, Loki? After that, I'll just do my work and they'll sleep and relax and maybe play a little bit, and then I'll feed them all again at dinner, take them out again, and do the same routine. And that's kind of how a day in the life is. Of course, it's not all relaxing because some dogs poop and pee inside, even if they're trained. So you have to pick up after them, wipe them, and wipe the floor, clean the floor. I have a bunch of sprayers and a bunch of stuff. For dog barking, we have a super soaker that we will spray at them, or a spray bottle. Doesn't hurt them, it's just water. We felt that was the best way to get them to stop barking, because one dog will bark, they all bark. But if you get them to stop barking, that's the most humane and nice way, and you don't have to do shock collars or anything. So the water just kind of breaks them up, and they're just confused generally. We also got a PayPal account and a Venmo account, and we even ended up expanding to a bank account. Because we had so many dog requests. We had about 4th of July last year, we had like 15 dogs. And I was like, wow, I think people enjoy what we offer. And we have a nice yard where they can play. And I think they really enjoy that. That's how it works for us. Like I said, my main tips would be offer your services on Rover. Start there and get your clients in there, and then take them off the app after the first booking. If you don't have a house to dog sit, you can do dog walking, go to their house, feed their dogs, walk their dogs, or just go to their house and stay there. So some people like to do that too. So there's a few options on Rover. My few tips are start on Rover, first and foremost. Start getting some clients. Make sure they review so you have some clientele coming in. Make sure your rates are low and comparable. You can go to rover.com on your browser and not on your phone, and you can see the other sitters in the area and what they're charging. 30, some people are charging 25. And I was doing 30, 35, but that wasn't worth it for the Rover fees and cleaning and stuff, so 40 was the rate that works for us. There's someone else over here charging 70 a day, but he also does dog training. So you can have a specific thing what you offer, and it's up to you. And I recommend doing a meet and greet, so you can meet the dog, they can meet you. You can make sure the dog is compatible with you and what you want to do with your dogs, or with just your house if you don't have dogs. And if you're still not sure, you can do a one night stay or an afternoon stay. I did that for this dog over here, and he was fine. So it's really up to you and what you want to do. Last thing, it's always great to send photos and videos to the owners so they can see how their dog's doing, stuff like that. They would love to see that. How they're doing, if they're having fun like this. Really be transparent and show them what's going on. If there's issues with your dog, then make sure to let them know. The fights we've only had 1 or 2 in the year we've been doing this. When that happens, we separate those 2 dogs, and they're separated for kind of the rest of the day. And we just watch that dog for the future, both of them. We watch them within the house. And if there's an accident, usually, if there's a fight, usually, depending on if there's an instigator, then we'll just be that dog can't come back. And that's how we do it. Write your own dog story. Right, Olive? Okay.